Yes, yes, yes. What up? Base boxing basement trip B. Make sure you like, remember, because it keeps the haters away. Now, yeah, for all the Adam Smith fans. The Adam Smith fans, and there didn't used to be any. He used to get slated all the time about how bad he was. You got to get rid of him. Yeah. And then as soon as they got rid of him, everyone's like, oh, we miss Adam Smith. I kind of miss Adam Smith too, to be honest with you, because he provided some super moments of enjoyment, like, saying that Tony Bellin's tattoo bomber had nothing to do with the tragedy that unfolded in the Ariana Grande concert. Manchester will never forget. I mean, that was just classic, right? But, he knew nothing about boxing. He knew nothing about boxing. We all know that. And everyone used to slate him. But then, when he disappeared, everyone's like, what happened to him? What happened to him? And then when he announced, I was fighting cancer, everyone's like, it's so good that he's back. So good that he's beaten the big C. The big C, because people can't seem to call it cancer, right? But you look at it, I've done some videos of this, as I said, and it's a bit weird, right? So back in November of last year, Sky was like, he's got an illness. It was unspecified. He's got an illness, and when he comes back in the new year, we'll welcome him back. So they knew. So you're telling us, the funds, the Adam Smith funds, that Smith will be back in the new year. Even though he had cancer, what? Did they know? Do they have a crystal ball? Are they oncologists? Did they suddenly know that Smith is going to be cured by cancer in less than 3 months? I mean, it's ridiculous. And then he came back and goes, yeah, I'm cured from cancer, but I've left. Everybody knows who watches Chubby Channel, they wanted to get rid of him, and there was a huge argument about what the severance package should be, and it took ages to work out. And they decided, the best thing would be, you say you're leaving, right? You say you're leaving. And remember, right, if someone in your commentary team falls ill of cancer, people are going to talk about it. And some people say, no. Obviously, he didn't want to talk about his illness. Come on, man. Smith loves to talk about himself. And it was never mentioned until after he left. And he said, I've left. I had to look at things in a new perspective and decided to leave. It's nonsense. They wanted to get rid of Adam, and they spent the last year talking about a severance package. And the whole cancer thing, I'm sorry, smells very bad, like an excuse. Because, of course, once you say that, people can be, of course, why would anyone lie about having cancer? Of course, Adam Smith wouldn't lie about cancer. If you look on social media and the forums, they're all like, no, of course he wouldn't. No one would lie about that. Poor guy, it's so good, I hope he comes back. He is the greatest boxing commentator of all times. They were slating him before. It's nonsense. But now we have some good news for Adam Smith fans. I said before, wouldn't it be funny if DAZN took on Adam Smith? Why? Because Hearn's got a grudge against Sky. Because Sky is the main rival. And Hearn decided to leave Sky, so that's his choice. But, he obviously sees him as his big rival, and Shalom would have got rid of Smith. Shalom and Sky would have got rid of Smith, to be replaced. And I thought, well, you could see Eddie Hearn, out of spite towards Sky, taking on Adam Smith. And now they've started to talk about it. They've started to say, yeah, we might take him on. He knows so much about boxing. He's the greatest boxing commentator of all time. It's amazing how people would change quickly. It's like, when someone dies, right? When someone dies, always dying, people will never criticize him. They will say, he was so great. What a great guy. He'd do anything for anyone, and this kind of stuff. So we see the same sentiment with this Adam Smith story. If you look on Instagram or whatever, everyone's going, it's so great to have him back. We can't wait. Please take him on. Now, having said that, there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of competition in the boxing commentary arena. Most of them are rubbish. They don't know what they're talking about. And if you look at who's with DAZN, you got Costello. He's okay, but a bit dry. You got Darren Barker, who's terrible, awful. Darren Beavis and Butthead Barker. Beautiful jab. What a lovely right hand, which is all he can say. So obviously, they would actually be improved by Adam Smith, even though Smith knows nothing about boxing. He's theatrical. You know, huh? He he's passionate. He knows nothing about boxing. He claims he got into boxing when well, he originally claimed he got into boxing because of the Holyfield Bow fan man incident, and then he changed his tune. And apparently, no, he'd been watching it since he was 13. He stayed up to watch Hearns Hagler, and then he cried when Hagler won. I mean, that's nonsense. It's for his book. He's lying, like everyone. And you know, people say, "Oh, you never lie about having cancer." Really, search online for people who've lied about having cancer. You have so many results, as if people wouldn't lie. You know, as if people in normal life don't lie, let alone, right, in the public eye when it helps them. I mean, it's just utter nonsense. But allegedly, there are talks now between DAZN, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, whoever pulls the strings to have Adam Smith back. Yeah. And you watch, as soon as Adam Smith's back, people will be real nice about, oh, so good to have him back. And wait for a few months, everyone will be slagging him off again, like they used to in the old days. People are such hypocrites, man. And they're so easily turned. They're so easily turned by, you know, by what they're told in the media. You know, oh, poor Adam. Oh, he's come through some terrible times, you know. Yeah. And why did Sky drop him for having cancer? Oh, apparently it was Adam Smith's idea, but then he's gone straight to a rival. Come on, man. Come on, man. If you don't smell a rat in all this, then you're naive at best and a moron at worst. But yeah, I would actually quite like Adam back at the zone because, you know, the cringe he supplies is almost value for money, because basically we're never going to get the old boys back like Glenn McCrory, yeah, or what's his name, Jim Watt, Reg, he's quit, Reg, he's he's literally had the life beaten out of him, Reg. We're never going to get them old school days when people actually spoke what they wanted. You remember when Nigel Benn, yeah, came on Sky and he goes, yeah, it's all right, but it's not like the old days with on ITV. And he got dumped. He never got another position commentating on a fight again. So yeah, I mean, bring back Adam Smith. I'm all for it. It'll be a good laugh. I hope we get some more cringe commentary.